All right, guys, I'm just coming back at you with a little bit of an update. Still have not gotten the engine taken anywhere. I'm going to do a little bit of a change in plans. No longer going to do the 408 stroker on this block. Nothing's wrong with the block. It's just I've done a little bit of looking around, and I think my best bet is going to be to buy a aftermarket block that is preferably a steel block, or if I can find an aluminum block that's for a decent deal, I'll go with that. But with the aftermarket block, I'll be able to do a lot more with it and actually be in the competition. So just doing a little bit of going through some stuff, cleaning some stuff up. I got the one valve cover cleaned up. I cut off all these little stubs because I'm not putting the coil packs back on top of the valve covers, because if you do anything with the GM stuff, they have real bad heat soak problems with once you start adding more horsepower than what it was factory. You get a lot of heat soak problems with the coils where they just set right on top. So cut all those off, ground them off flat, and cleaned up the valve cover. All I used was, where's that? I used just an angle die grinder, nothing fancy. They're $20 at the local Menards. And then get a couple of abrasive discs. They sell those, I believe, at Walmart. They're kind of pricey. You're going to need about 3 of the 60 grit sanding discs and 1 of the 3M just red. It's just like the red Brillo pad, but it's on a wheel, and it makes your job way easier. Makes you hate life a little less. Then to cut off those, I just use this Sawzall, the Diablo blades, and it cuts them right off there. That blade was already on there. That's why it's a lot longer than what it needs to be, but it did the job, and I ain't changing blades. And then I went ahead and I painted it. I played a little bit of Russian roulette with rattle cans. There's only one left in there. I thought it was black. As you can see, it is not black. But I got a plan anyways, because I'm not putting blue valve covers on a orange car. I don't think that's gonna look very good. Even if I do a black car, I mean, it'll look all right, but much rather have the valve covers black. But I think I'm just gonna leave the little lines in it, they're going along it. I'm gonna leave those blue, tape them off, and then paint the valve cover black. But for now, we're gonna be rocking this blue because I don't feel like doing it. So we'll get to that another day. Soon, I'll be posting a video on a 3000 GT. I know I said something about it a while back when we were working on the Sentra. We ended up having to get the timing belt and water pump and all that stuff for the car. It came in yesterday, and yes, it is a gate system. In my opinion, gates is the only way to go when you're dealing with timing belt, actually just belts in general. If I were to buy belts, it would be gates. Not sponsored by them. It'd be cool if I was, but I'm not. They're just a good belt. I've never had an issue with one. But yeah, just the quick update on this. I'm going with the stock crank, and then I'm going with a aftermarket cam. Probably nothing too crazy. It'll be crazier on for the LS side of things, for like the stock style heads. So I'm just going to try to find a set of either 799 or 317 aluminum heads. Again, if anybody wants those boat anchor old I think they're like 317 heads, but they're the cast iron ones and they weigh about 50 pounds a piece. If anybody wants them, come get them. Going with a stock crank, probably stay with the stock rods. There's nothing wrong with them. And I'm not going to be pushing like 9 to 1,000 horse, you know. It's going to be closer to the 6 to 800, somewhere in there. It's just wherever it lands. And then I'm going with a forged piston. I guess with these factory style pistons, you throw a little bit of boost in it and it'll just eat them completely up. So I'd much rather try to keep this block intact for a little bit until I go to tear it apart. If I do anything to this block, it'll probably just be a forged crank and forged rods. I might do the stroker on that, but it probably won't be bored. So it technically won't be a 408. It'll be closer to like a 396. So again, just wanted to give you guys an update. So I'll start cleaning up my mess and then I'll catch you all later. All right, guys, I also forgot to mention to you guys, went ahead and got this Chevy here from my grandpa. Didn't give very much for it. It's kind of a family trade-off, if you were to say. Got him a generator when power was out, and he just told me I can have this. So that's going to be a build for a later episode. But I just figured I would bring out here and go over the car a little bit more in depth, since I didn't get to last time. Got the hood on it. Yep, hold on a second, we got a truck coming down the road. All right, got the hood on it. It's a 2-inch cowl induction steel hood. It's full of junk right now. Well, just old boxes from parts that I've already put on it, and a few interior pieces and odds and ends here and there. Not very much of it staying. Still need to get rid of all the interior out of the back. The front bumper, the steel part of the bumper's leaving. It's right here. Hopefully that'll take off some weight. This is a 400 turbo trans that I have for it. I might have said something before, I can't remember. Hopefully soon I'll be getting the Dirty Dingo LS conversion mounts for the 350, where it was a 350, but there's some weeds growing up around it. I've not been down here a whole lot, been in the garage working, helping my dad fix everybody else's junk. As you can see, we don't have very many cars left here. It's kind of nice. That one there needs the the seal on the front axle, and it's on the passenger side. And I don't know if you guys have worked on very many GMs, but you got to take the entire tube off the side of it to be able to get to it, and it's a heck of a job, and it sucks. And then this thing, it's still here. It doesn't even run. It was dropped off, and they said they don't need it for a while. It's their plow truck, and then that's my aunt and uncle's Subaru. It's having an overheating issue, Subaru problems. And then there's my two vehicles. They're currently down at the river camping for the weekend, and I'm watching over everything, and I have my car meet here later this evening. Yeah, thank you guys for tagging along and watching my videos. If you could, just give me a like and a share and comment. I'm trying to build this up. I work a full-time job. I like my job, so I don't plan on making this a full-time thing, but you know, I also like to show my stuff off a little bit, and I don't have much to show off, but I like to.